how to upsell to customers and improve the shopping experience. Guys, if you have a store and you're not utilizing upsells, you are missing out on a tremendous amount of profit. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what they are, how to do them, how to be really successful at them, and we're starting right now. Don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button down there, turn it from red to gray. Don't forget, ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every single time I go live or if I upload a video. Now, upsells, I didn't realize how important they were. Isn't it funny? When you're first starting out, you don't get it, but there's more money to be made using upsells than there are the actual initial sale. It's crazy. Now, the whole point of this is to increase your AOV, your average order value. We want it bigger and bigger and bigger because it's a whole lot better to sell a lot of people at a big amount than a whole lot of people at a small amount. And the reason being is you're gonna have less headaches, you're gonna have more repeat sales, you're gonna have happier customers when they spend more money, as crazy as that sounds. Now, quite simply put, upselling is actually selling more to a customer that has already purchased. Now, it could be more of that product, it could be a premium of that product, it could be a VIP version of that product, but it's a more expensive version of what they already bought. Now, existing customers are much easier to sell. As a matter of fact, they purchase at a 60 to 70% rate, whereas new purchasers only purchase at a 5 to 20% rate. That's a pretty big increase. So we do want to sell these people who've already bought by upselling them. And the best time to sell somebody right after they already bought, because they are on the high of purchasing from you. Now, something else interesting, first-time purchasers are about 27% more likely to return to your site and buy something else. But if they've already been there 2 or 3 times, this doubles to 54% chance that they're going to come back to your site and buy something. It is, of course, a matter of timing. Adding upsells to strategic points in their purchase can really increase your AOV, or average order value. I want you to also think of it this way. Somebody who is first come to your site, their chance of buying is very, very low, but once they've bought something on your site, the chances of them buying again is very, very high. So why not offer it to them right after they made the first purchase and make it a second purchase? Because once they become a second purchaser, the odds of them buying 3 or 4 times really increases. So that's the best time to do it, is to have an upsell right after they bought something. Now, I want you to also think of it this way. Upselling also benefits the customer, not just you. Think about this. If they were to buy some type of electronic equipment and right after that you upsell them to buy some batteries for that equipment, you're making their life better because they can immediately use that item. They don't have to go out and get the batteries for that item. So you're actually helping them out too. And purchasers who've bought 2, 3, 4 times from a vendor say they're much happier than people who only purchased 1 item. Now, let's make a distinction between upselling and cross-selling. They're both very valuable, but they serve 2 different purposes. Let's say somebody is buying a computer and they spend, I don't know, $1,000, and the next page they get to, they have an opportunity to increase the memory, the processor, the screen, whatever it is. That would be an upsell. They're buying a better quality item than what they had initially purchased. But let's say after they do that, they go to another page and you offer to sell them a printer or, you know, an extra mouse or whatever it is. That's actually a cross sell because you're selling them something related to what they bought instead of an improved version or more of what they already bought. Now let's talk about another type of upsell, and it's called post-purchase upsells. What is a post-purchase upsell? A post-purchase upsell is something you sell them after they've closed out that initial sale. So maybe you send them an email and it says, hey, for a limited time you purchased our basic membership, but you can get our VIP membership for only X dollars more. Now, there is an advantage to doing this because you don't interrupt the first sales funnel by offering them that upgrade right after they purchased. However, once they've already completed the purchase, they've made a mental decision that that's what they're going to get, and when you send them something else to change that mental decision, it's a little harder to do. But I want you to know about that, the post-purchase upsell. Now, when you do a post-purchase upsell, you can do items that are complementary to that first item. You can certainly do that. You can also offer them discounted items because they purchased the first item. You can also offer them free gifts on the second item if they take advantage of the second item. In addition to that, if they do the upsell, you can also offer them free samples of more products so that they can like those products and maybe come back and even buy more of those. Now I'll tell you this, you want to get personal. And what do I mean by that? You want to make your upsells personal, whether it's a post upsell or whether it's right in the funnel. Consumers say they're much more likely to buy an item if you get personal. Now how do you get personal? Well, let's say somebody is a first-time customer with our company and we sell survival food. We sell some canned meats. We sell beef, chicken, turkey, pork, ground beef. Let's say they buy some chicken from us. We could send them an email and say, hey, thanks for the purchase of that chicken. I know you're gonna love it. Here's some recipes right here for you. Did you know that we also produce one of the best beefs in the United States, and since you purchased the chicken, we can give you the beef at this particular price. See, that is a post upsell, but it's personalized, and since it's personalized, we have a much greater chance of them taking that post upsell than if we just said, hey, here's some beef if you want to buy that too. Now the question begs itself, how much do you sell them? Do you go from $100 product to a $10,000 product? And the answer is probably not. I have seen some huge increases, but if you want a rule of thumb, if there really is a rule of thumb, I would say about a 25% increase is good. So if they're buying a $100 product, your upsell may be a $125 product. You don't want to go too much above it. It's hard to go from a $100 product to a $10,000 product. Not saying it can't be done, but I'm just saying you may want to gradually work your way up to the higher price items you have available. Now we like to use automated emails, and they can be thank you emails. Once somebody's bought something, we send them a thank you email and say, here's your order confirmation. We really appreciate you getting it. Since you did buy this item, we also have this item available to you at a discounted price because you bought the first item. And you can automate this through your emails. When somebody purchases a particular item, it tags them. That tag is then triggering an email sequence, and I go into this in a lot of the other videos I have, but it triggers an email sequence so that you can also offer them another product with that thank you email. Now there's a lot of add-ons to do this. There's a lot of softwares you can buy to do this, but I got to tell you, I recommend KARTRA. You'll see a link in the description below. KARTRA is quite possibly one of the best marketing tools for anybody selling online, and I don't care if you sell digital products, you sell physical products. It will do these emails for you. It will do the sales pages for you. It will do the sales for you. It will do videos for you. It will do the sequences for you. If you want to know more about it, look in the description below. I am an affiliate for KARTRA, and I've never had anybody that I suggested to that tried it that didn't love it. So when you watch that video down there, you got to be really careful because you're going to want to get it, and you're especially going to want to get it because if you use my link below for KARTRA, there's a $1 trial, $1 trial. So you got to check it out for $1. You really can't go wrong. Now I think you can see in this video that there is a lot of opportunity to increase your average order value or your AOV, but you've got to do it. And then the question begs itself, when do I do this and how often do I do this? The answer is every single time. Every single time you sell a product, you want to increase the order value or at least give them the opportunity to get something else. People don't get offended. You know, a lot of people will say, well, I don't want to try to upsell them because they're going to get offended. They're going to think I'm trying to sell them something else. That's your job. They understand that you're a merchant online and your job is to sell them stuffs. They appreciate that. And you know, quite honestly, if you believe in your products and you think your products are good and you think it's going to improve their life, you owe it to them. You owe it to them to see what else you have to offer. If it's a better product, if it's going to help them with more problems, if it's going to get them closer to their journey, then why wouldn't you offer it to them if you believe in your products? So it's not being salesy, it's being helpful. And if you start realizing that you're actually being helpful by selling them a product, then you'll sell more products. I know it's funny because I have lower end courses and I have higher end courses, and you know, they range from like $19 on up to into the thousands. And I got to tell you, the people who spend thousands of dollars with me are much happier than the people who spend $19. When you invest more money, let's say it's in a course, okay, if you were to buy a $19 course from me on how to do whatever, you're going to put some effort into it or maybe no effort into it. Some people don't even look at the course. But if you spend $1,000 on a course with me, the odds are you're going to probably go through that course. And if you go through that course, and I know the material is good because I wrote it, but if you go through that course, you're going to be a whole lot more successful than if you buy a $19 course and you kind of blow it off and you never even look at it or you don't go through it completely. So I know for a fact the more money somebody gives me, the better their outcome is going to be. And it'll be the same way with your products. Okay, if you're selling quality products, which I know you are, then of course they're going to get better value. I hope you understand how this upsell thing works. I hope you understand the difference in a upsell and a cross sell, because a cross sell is just a related one and an upsell is a better version of what they've already bought. So that's basically how it works. Make sure you do your email marketing, make sure you do your follow-ups, and use upsells. It will increase your average order value. I hope you understand what an AOV is now. Do you? An average order value, right? How much the average customer is going to spend with you. We want to get that up, don't we? We want to have happy customers. We want to have them coming back. Thank you so much for watching this video. I want to see your comments below. Tell me what you thought of the video. Give me your input. I want to know what you feel about all this, what you think about all this stuff. Ask me questions below about any of this stuff. I'll be happy to help you out. I have over 1,100 videos on this channel at the time I recorded this. Who knows how many I'll have by the time you see it, but I have 1,100 videos. Dig into those videos. I've sold millions of dollars of both digital and physical products online, and I just want to tell you how I did it. I want to see you get further down that road towards reaching your goals too. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Click that red button, turn it gray. Don't forget, ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live or I upload a new video. I want to thank you so much. Please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.